Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to Girls Gabbing.
Yes, thank you for tuning in today.
Happy Sunday. Today is actually February 24th, and you're tuned into Girls Gabbing Radio Show on Win DC Radio. For those who are looking to find us and tune in, and we're powered by Go Win Media. So I want everybody to get your phones and the apps up and lives and everything else, because we're about to have a good time talking about self-care, because today is a I Love Me Day, right?
Absolutely.
So we again want to thank everybody for tuning in as usual on Sundays. We really appreciate you. February has been our Matters of the Heart month. So all month long we've been talking about things that involve the heart. We celebrated Wear Red Day to recognize heart disease awareness. So we posted. We didn't have a show that day, but we actually posted and we wore our red. And then the following week, we actually had what men want and what women want. And we had some wonderful comedians on, Sean Mason, and Sean Sarvis, and they kept us really involved. And we also had our significant others. My husband joined and Docky joined, and we got them involved on questions. We actually landed on respect is something that both men and women want. So that was our exciting show for the 10th, I believe. And then last week we talked about losing a loved one and how to get through that. And we got some really good nuggets on that and some really good questions. The guests were awesome. So we decided to keep the flow going with this week talking about who else should we be talking about except us, okay? Self-care, self-love, what's important before anything else is us. So we have some dynamic guests that we're going to introduce soon. But right now, Andrea is going to share with us some highlights of what's been going on, like what's the gap?
Absolutely. So what is the gap for this week? In entertainment news, as we know, there's some controversial issues concerning Jussie Smollett. And I wanted to mention that based on the fact that as we talk about ourselves and self-love, these gentlemen, these two in particularly, do need some love as well. Or they need some, as we stated, some self-help.
Some self-help.
Yes. In Jussie Smollett's case, as everyone knows, he has a felony charge based on a hate crime that he apparently embarked on himself. And how discouraging it is, especially those that are part of the Empire team, and just the public in general, those who are his fans, those that look at him as an up-and-coming star. I mean, his music, his acting career, it's been a bit of a concern, and it's something that's looked at throughout the whole population, from the LGBT aspect to us as individuals to the entertainment world. So I just wanted to share that that was something that was interesting to me, that I wanted to share with the table and giving some news on that. Does anybody else have any input that they want to bring in regarding what's going on with that? Yes, because I'm looking at me.
Tamara, has he answered to any of these allegations yet? Has he made a statement yet? Because all I've heard is what the police in Chicago had to say, but I haven't heard any feedback from him.
Well, that's why I was kind of hesitant on, because I'm not, and maybe I'll get some feedback. I'm not totally convinced of what's going on, and only because I've even lately of today read some information about the check that was written that said for scam and things like that. Who does that? Well, so it was like I was kind of questioning, like, are we sure? Because this is still, I believe, an alleged. Because just because you turn yourself in, it's just because they need you to come in, but it doesn't necessarily mean. I think it's kind of weird that he hasn't said anything yet, and that gives me the impression that there's something else to be
Well, the only thing he has said is that it actually did happen. I mean, he's being consistent in that aspect, but he has not. And again, it is alleged. He hasn't said anything. Of course, the police are going by the sources that they have in regards to text messages, like Lisa stated about a check that's apparently been found, or indicating that he was paying off gentlemen to do this hate crime. And I mean, unbeknownst to me, I didn't realize he was the cousin of Lee Daniels, which is the gentleman that is one of the producers of Empire. So he's spoken on it, and his concerns were that, his cousin is gay, and if this is actuality, if this is actual hate crime, the respect be given, because it could have happened.
Right.
So
I just wondered, because we don't know, it's alleged, so I'm just kind of wondering if he did orchestrate all this. What was the outcome that he was truly looking for? And I understand that he's saying that, or I'm understanding that you want to bring some attention to some things, and there was a letter that he got with some hate. And he even said he might have done the letter himself. I'm just wondering, did he think there was a subject out here that was not getting the attention that it needed, and that he had to go to that level to kind of get some attention? It just kind of wanted to make you wonder, what was he thinking?
Right.
If it's true that he did, if he orchestrated it. I think it's still some things, because Chicago police,
they're gonna say what they're gonna say.
well, they have some. They got a whole lot of unsolved issues that really that they still have not given us some answers about. So
Exactly.
I wouldn't quite crucify him yet, but it doesn't look good for him. So it would be nice to hear what he has to say. So,
and I think that's what it's going to be once he says what actually it is. I mean,
Right.
there were statements that he said it was based on his salary, so we don't know.
Right.
But I just wanted to bring up that piece of entertainment news, as well as we do have the controversy with R. Kelly. We have not spoken on it, but there are some concerns in regards to the fact that he has now been charged with 10 counts of aggravated assault, and that these girls have come forward, and that he can serve anywhere from 3 to 7 years on each account, or get probation. So there are concerns about that, and how things have finally transpired to finally getting him convicted of his crime. But it's a concern because these were young ladies that were involved. There was a lot of controversy behind it in regards to however the girls were led to the relationship with R. Kelly, etc. But I think his just due has finally come to surface. So I just wanted to mention those tidbits because those seem to be the most popular things that's going on this week.
Yeah,
They're two unfortunate incidents, but however.
I was going to mention, and we didn't say anything about R. Kelly in the situation, but because my concern was actually, and this is my first time saying something about it, because my concern was definitely what's going on. It was, horrible, but the feedback I was receiving or hearing from, me in regards to what was going on was just disturbing to me.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was disheartening because, the first thing that entered my mind was, I'm glad some of these people are not my family, because my daughter would be in a heap of trouble because nobody believes anything. And it was scary to watch how we went directly for the person who's being, accused of, and totally dismissed what we were hearing. So I was really hesitant on kind of speaking on it because it was hurtful to me, being someone who has been in a situation, the Me Too movement, and how frivolous we have become with even making fun of Me Too, and it's really not something that's funny, and you got to be careful, especially on platforms, and a lot of times I've heard them on platforms where people are speaking to a group of people or out there in the masses, and you're saying things and not realizing who your audience is, which is full of Me Too people, and that all the jokes, all the things that go on with that, really it's not funny to those who have actually experienced it. Now, whether they're true or not is really not the point, but there's somebody out there who this has happened to.
Right.
So
and someone's been affected by it.
Yeah, so
and
I just
not even just on the platforms, just as a mother and daughter relationship, seeing these children go through this. I mean, it's very hurtful. I
just think we don't have as much sensitivity that we need. And I think people have become so numb because we hear about so many different things that we just become so numb. Now, I will agree with you, Lisa. Some of the comments that I've heard from women about the R. Kelly situation in particular, and the things they have said about these young ladies and now women who have been victimized, I'm like, wow. If nothing else, could you just have some sympathy for them because they're a woman? Until you walk in somebody's shoes,
you just don't know.
You really should have no comment. I don't know what got you to R. Kelly. I don't know what made you stay with R. Kelly, and I don't know what made you do the things you do. I just can't make no judgment because I wasn't there, and it wasn't me being put in that situation. So I can't say what I would have done or would not have done.
Right.
The only thing I can say though is this: if you would have took my child, I probably would have went to jail because I'm going blazing.
That's right.
I think many of us think that way. Seriously,
that's
Right.
the only
No,
piece that I think I have some concern with parents who kind of turned their children over
Right.
to them, and then they talk about they couldn't get them back. I'm sorry, what you mean you can't get them back? Because I'm
Right.
going in with
That's what
some something and get my child.
Right.
I feel the same way because, like I said, the kids were getting younger and younger.
Absolutely.
So he
Yes.
knew that he was, that he was being watched anyway.
And
But he chose to continue this behavior. So like I said, with kids coming up missing, every day.
every day.
More and more people is missing every day, and it's black children
Absolutely.
in every
Absolutely.
state. So this is a topic that needs to be addressed, and just not with R.
Absolutely.
Kelly. I think
Right.
they use stuff like this for a distraction.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Because not really to solve the problem that we had.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody got to explain how and why. This is daily. I mean,
It is.
it's like, is it just another form of slavery or a tactic?
Absolutely.
But something
That
that you
they're
said
using.
is key.
Mm-hmm.
This keeps going on. So you're talking about self-care, self-love.
Yeah.
Some of these things happening so easy to certain kids, to a certain population of young girls, because there is no self-care, because there is no
Absolutely.
self-love, and because nobody values them, they
Right.
don't value
Exactly.
themselves,
Themselves,
so they
right.
don't feel
they're
themselves
seeking
worthy.
it.
So when something like this happens, we immediately tap. Because I'm gonna tell you, one of the things that really burnt me when people start talking about these fast young girls and these older men, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me about no fast girls and no older men. It's older men. I don't care how fast she is. He knows how to walk away.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Bottom line, he knows how to walk
He's
away.
an adult.
And he's an adult, and we're not going to blame the
Right.
child because
Right.
she's super fast.
Right.
Whatever that
And
means.
everybody's held accountable.
Whatever that means.
Right, he's
Because
held
I don't know what
accountable.
super. Right, he's held accountable, right? So I just think it falls into the self-care piece.
Right.
Too.
It really does. It really does. And that was kind of why I was leading into it. And one of the things I'm just going to end by saying is, in true in fact, he was 5 years older than most of these girls.
Right.
And they were under the age of 17. So it says a lot.
I think in some of them cases he probably was more than 5 years.
Yeah.
I
And
think
some
so,
of them he was,
too.
but the ones that
It's
spoke.
talked about.
Mhm.
Yes.
And there's more to come. So that is what's the gab for today.
Okay.
As far as this week's news.
That's a perfect lead in because self-care is actually why we're all sitting here today. So we're first going to introduce one of our fabulous of three ladies, Tawan Lowe. Let's see. What can I tell you about Tawan Lowe? Tawan Lowe is the CEO of Tawan Lowe Enterprises, TLE, which is the umbrella of Tawan Lowe Consultancy, Training and Leadership Concepts, and the Women Walking in Their Own Shoes. If you haven't been to one of Women Walking in Your Own Shoes conferences, you are really missing a treat. I'm talking about self-love, self-care, and knowing how to embrace you and do your thing. That's what that conference is all about. And Tawan is, in addition to all of that, an Amazon #1 best-selling author, certified life coach, vision board extraordinaire.
Thank you, Lisa.
And she is an creator of Get a Little TLC personal development and self-care subscription box. Welcome, Miss Tawan Lowe.
Thank you. Hey, ladies.
Yes.
Hey,
Welcome.
everybody out
Hi.
there in radio world, Facebook world, wherever you are.
We are so glad to have you.
Thank you for having
And
me.
we want you to tell us a little bit about how you, you have so many hats that you wear, but they all are related to self-love, self-care. So why don't you tell us, and specifically we're going to get to this subscription box, because I think that every lady and man should subscribe to this, and the box is awesome. So
Well, the Get a Little TLC box is the new product for Tawan, under Tawan Lowe Consultancy. And under Tawan Lowe Consultancy, what I do is I do consultancy and coaching with individuals and organizations. And one of the things that I realized, even with the movement Women Walking in Their Own Shoes, is that a lot of people want coaching, but a lot of women will not invest in coaching and invest in themselves because they feel some people it's because of money. Some people's mindset has not changed to get there. So I wanted to put a product out that could come straight to you, straight to your door, give you a little bit of TLC, transformational lifestyle content, because that's what it's for. Something that work on your purpose, your passion, your power, but also something that works on you. So what I did was, actually, one of the other speakers here today, Miss Vanessa, one day we were meeting and she was talking about her wonderful box, and I was like,
this is box
a
day.
box.
Love it.
So I
Love
was
it.
like, so she kind of gave me the idea about the box, and then I just kept thinking about it, and one day I just sat down and I put it together. And I was like, what would I put in it? So like I said, it's a little personal development, and it is some self-care in the box. So the personal development is anything that helps you with your goals, your vision, how to be a better communicator, listening. Every subject possible will go in this box. My first box came out in November. It was a gratitude box. It had a gratitude jar, gratitude journal. It talked about why you should be grateful and things like that. And having a attitude of gratitude is definitely something that goes towards your self-care and self-love, because we take care of so many other people. We forget about taking care of ourselves. And sometimes in being grateful, you got to even say what the things that you're grateful for. You know, not grateful for what I do for other people, but what am I just grateful for in my life? I'm grateful that I can even just be at this table and have this conversation. Grateful that I know what my purpose is and what my passion. But what I love about my box, because I should love my box, but what I love about my box is that I'm also providing opportunities to other business women, because I have curated products in here where, and if I can open it right quick and kind of show you a product. I have this product I'm using. The lady is called Lavy Concepts. I kind of went out on Instagram, and I just started looking at people, and I saw who does scrubs, who does this, and I reached out. I sent over maybe 15 emails. Whoever came back to me, I had about 6 companies come back to me. They said they were willing to put their stuff in my box. I negotiated a price. So I have a contract with this young lady. She's going to be in the box for this whole year. She has a wonderful scrub. Lord have mercy. She got this peppermint macaroon. Woo, when you wash, you feel some kind of good. But I love her products. She has pure body butter. So the box has something that really speaks to your mind, body, and spirit. It's a new company out called Tea Lovers Cafe. They did their soft launch in the box, so it's all different kinds of tea. So people will also get some tea. Tea Lovers Cafe. They're going to be doing their full launch in March. So stay tuned so you can know, so you can come to the full launch. So he has, and then we have this young lady, Awaken Pleasure. She does a candle. Oh my God. I mean, everybody that I have partnered with thus far has had wonderful products. The first box went out. Right now, we're up to about 15 subscribers, but I'm, my goal by the end of this year is to have 100 subscribers. And I know it's going to happen. And the products are good. That's the thing. I have tested every product before I even put them in the box. I have used them all. The tea is wonderful. The butter, the candle lasts for about 4 hours. And the products that I put in there for personal development, like for January, I just want to talk about, did some little simple things like some cards, and these are just cards that's to yourself. Just say things like, you are a rock star. Just something to remind
Speaking to your spirit, that's right.
Speak to yourself, because sometimes we have to encourage ourselves. And if we don't love us, nobody else is going to love us. So the box is full of self-care, something for your mind, body, and spirit, something to make you think. I did have a person ask me, why did you put personal development in here? The Bible said, without a vision you shall perish.
That's right.
A lot of people are dying and sick because they have yet to find their purpose. And that's because they haven't taken time to figure out who they are and what they want. And this is part of what this box is for, to help you figure out who you are and how you're supposed to show up in this world, so that you can feel better, because sometimes our heart is breaking because we're not walking in our purpose. And people don't think about that sometimes, but there's a lot of people, they be like, I just don't know what's wrong, I just don't feel fulfilled. That's because you have yet to find what your purpose is.
That is so true.
And you can't be happy when you don't. So that's part of your self-care, is finding out what your purpose is, so that your heart so you can feel your heart,
Right.
your mind, body, and spirit. So that's what the box is all about, and I want to make a product that was reasonable, that could come to your door. You didn't feel like you had to sit across from me, answer some questions. We try to figure out your goals and things, because some people don't want that.
No.
But everybody wants to become their best self.
Absolutely.
And I figured that if I could put it in a box and send it straight to you bi-monthly at a reasonable price, people would love it.
I love it.
So,
I absolutely love it. And I find it
definitely
unique that it says TLC, which is also an abbreviation of your name. That's very nice. Nice.
They'll make wonderful Mother's Day.
Yes.
I was just thinking that. I was like, that'd be great Mother's Day.
And it was funny because the first box, gratitude, because you know people kind of hesitant. They're like,
Love the gratitude.
Then when people saw the box, they was like, okay, can I buy a box? Then I ran out, and I was like,
Which is a good thing.
It
It's
was
a
a
good thing.
good thing.
Right.
People was like, can
That's
you
a
make some
blessing.
more? I was like, yeah, I can, but now I'm trying to get January box. So, you know, I'm preparing, because it seems like every time I put out a box, like when the January box came out, I got 2 more subscribers. So, you know, when people see it and see what's in it, because the January box has a planner, it has a book, it has little goal setting cards, it has notepads. So it has a lot of things to help you with your vision and your goal. It has a frame in there so you can put your power word for the year, because I'm big on having a vision for your life. Lisa talked about me being the vision board person. I believe everybody needs to have a vision for your life, and you need a vision board.
That's good.
But I also think you should have a power word, something that leads and guides you through the year, because we just need it. We live in a world where so many things, we just talked about all the things that's going on. We need something to help lead and guide us, something outside of the Bible,
Right.
because the word is supposed to lead and guide us as well. So it's a lot of goodies in the bag, in the box, and the box is only $35.
Oh,
But you
good.
have
Very
over,
reasonable.
Very reasonable.
Which is very reasonable. But you have almost over $100 worth of
Yeah.
content and information in the box. So, Vanessa, I thank you for giving me the idea about a box, because I would have never thought it. So,
Let me say this. The networking that went into that box, and I knew you had a box too, which I always think is wonderful. I mean, everybody's on Facebook and see the Fab Fit of the month kind of thing, and I thought, okay, this is kind of on, you get things in there that you use, may not use, but I fell in love with the gratitude box immediately. And everything in the box is something that you will use, whether it's a pad to write on, a card that speaks to you without even using the card is speaking to you. I mean, I think it's just a wonderful idea, and I've been just raving on it ever since I got the subscription and felt like everybody should have one, even just one. And then it was kind of like, okay, I need my next month. Okay, how do I do this? Because I just want that box coming to me. You know, you need that reminder. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know, you might have a bad month, and this box comes in the mail, and all of a sudden it's a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? So I had a mug in mine that said, I can't remember what it said.
living my best life.
Living my best life.
yeah.
But I'm a mug person, so it was like, yes, this is wonderful. I have 50 million mugs and don't drink coffee at all. But
And then for those of us like myself, this is something new to me. I love the concept of what you all have. I didn't even know there was something like that was out there that can just empower who I am and bring out, like you said, living your best life, giving a better understanding of you, self-love. A lot of women will appreciate that. And I definitely am on board to get my first box.
Oh, yes.
And it's such a meaningful gift too. It's not just something material that you
Right.
can just wear. It's something
Right.
that speaks to your soul and your heart. Like you said, it's motivating, uplifting to you as well.
The one thing I will say about this box, you know how when you think you know what your purpose is and things, I love doing the box. I say, God, what is going to happen when this goes beyond my dining room?
So in reality, you're giving purpose.
Right, I'm giving because I
That's it.
love just
That's
like
it.
sitting down, figuring out what's going to go in the box and the little intricate details, and just putting it together and wrapping a little paper over it. You know, I mean, that excites
Putting
me.
your love-
I'm putting
love
my
in it.
love
That
into
tender love and
it.
care
And I
going
said,
right in
oh,
there.
really, what is going to happen when he go? He said, you'll see. And I said, oh, okay.
I know
Everything that she
Look,
represents is in there.
look.
That's it.
I know that's right.
it.
So I do want to say this. I'm still looking for authors. So I can't wait to hear Shut your mouth. You know, so I'm still looking for authors. I'm still looking for individuals who have their own body butter, any kind of product. Even if you have a lipstick, we still need that. If you have something that's for the health, I would have to try it first. But I'm still looking for individuals. I cannot fill the box myself, by myself. I need help. I'm trying to promote other people as well.
That's
and
excellent.
I know Lavy Concepts can tell you she done got a couple of orders because people love her body scrub and her shea butter. So
well, can you tell them how to reach out to you?
So yes, if you would like to learn more about this box, you can go to www.getalittletlc.com.
I love it. Is that on Instagram too?
No, I have not put the box on. I'm Tawan Low Consultancy on Instagram.
Okay.
You know, it's so hard to have all these pages.
It's coming though.
It's coming though. Yeah, it is. I really do need to do that.
You ain't gonna have a choice in a minute.
I was gonna say, because she just gave a plug now that they know that you on Instagram, they're gonna look it up. Okay, there she is. Maybe reach out to you for the box. You know, send you a message or whatever it's maybe.
Please
but once you get it on there.
And if you have a product, let me know.
Definitely. That's excellent.
Thank you so much,
ladies.
Tawan.
And Tawan, one more thing. You're on Facebook under
Tawan Low Consultancy or Tawan Low, so you can find me.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And that leads us right because this is like a box day. And you know, we like just seeing product and gifts. Yeah, that's what I was trying not to say, but yeah, that's what we like gifts. So we're gonna lead right into Miss Vanessa Blackwell. Vanessa is an author, certified grief support and joy restoration coach. She is a mentor, a speaker, a radio host.
All right.
And she is the author of the Grief Helpline series. Vanessa has dedicated her life to helping others and to helping others to navigate your unique and personalized way through loss, grief, and joy restoration. Vanessa is going to provide us with some information on how to restore joy to our lives, which is all about self, and to take care of our own happiness. Welcome, Vanessa, to the show.
Thank you. Welcome. Thank you so much for having me.
Please tell us what's in your box.
Like a kid opening the presents.
My box is a Slater Grief Kit.
Okay.
So we have a candle.
All right. Candle.
Oh, and I think that's my
And it says, I am restoring joy.
Yes.
My joy. I am restoring my joy.
Yes.
Okay.
Then it has my devotional. My devotional is a 100-day journey through the stages of grief.
Okay.
The first portion of the journal, the devotional, is to take you through grief and loss. And the second half, the 50 days, is to restore your joy.
Okay. All right.
So we walk through the stages of grief. It gives you challenges, meditation, scripture to apply to your life on a daily basis.
Okay.
Nice.
That's very nice.
We need that daily.
And we have some other pen.
Oh my goodness, she has crayons.
Okay. You know what?
Wait a minute. Let me.
I said this is like a kid on Christmas.
That is absolutely a wonderful thing, and I want to tell you why some people may know this about me. But I love to color, and coloring is the most. I don't even know what the word is, but it's so relaxing.
It is.
And I mean, I go really hard with my coloring. I color the background, and I make the sky look dark or light. And I have,
Okay, come on back.
No, this is a wonderful thing, and it speaks directly to what you're doing. I love it. I love it.
And so, Lisa, so you would love March Box.
Yes, the coloring book.
Well, hold on, I gotta get on board from January, so we'll talk about that in a minute.
And you designed all of these things that are in this box. That is awesome.
I love that.
Oh, it has scriptures in it too.
And again, this is for all ages.
Yes.
When anybody,
anybody, all ages.
The 12-week companion workbook, and it goes with the devotional.
Very good.
Wow.
And then we have a planner, because a lot of times when people struggling with grief, they can't keep up with appointments, dates, and all that stuff. It has a to-do list in it, so you can write down your to-dos to be reminded. Also, some meditation, so you can release the grief.
Wow.
Now, that's one of my favorite things. A daily planner.
Wow.
Daily. It's a journal for me.
Those are wonderful.
She's still
And it's in purple.
Girl, the box
Yeah,
the box is deep. The box is deep.
The box is deep. I like it.
And then we have an affirmation guide, because
I
we want
love
to restore your joy, you have to start speaking over your life.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So affirmations is key.
Absolutely.
Right.
And I've written some in the guide, but you can use your own. And I teach you to do that. In the
Okay.
box.
Those are wonderful things.
She's still digging though.
I know.
And the rest is just a little bracelet. I like the idea that you gave out to Juan too, so I can because I was still adding to mine. Mine was actually on Crate Joy.
Oh,
As
okay.
a box, as a
Okay.
kit. But with the subscription box, you have to have like 3 months. You have to change.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So most of my tools, with the workbook, the devotional, all of that will go in the first box.
Okay.
And then you have to have another box. So I was adding self-care items to it.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea that you had is perfect. But again, if you could sell more than 100 boxes on Crate Joy.
Yeah.
Okay, look at
Look
that.
I know.
It's some
That's that
serious
networking.
going on here.
Absolutely.
And I wanted to tell you this, what you should do with your book is, this is your first box that they get, and then you make your box smaller, and then you still send them something every month. I think I should speak into the thing. Then send them something every month, and then you can become a subscription box, and you don't have to worry about having one box. But that be your first box, and it has all that stuff in it, and then you just gradually start giving them some things.
Adding tools to it.
And
But
I'm
we
going
definitely
to
have to get together because, like I said, yes, the tools that I created is all for grief and to restore your joy.
Okay.
Okay.
I suffer from a lot of grief. I lost all my sisters and brothers.
Okay.
Both my parents are deceased. I'm the last one left. So this is kind of what started my journey into grief coaching.
Okay.
Helping others to heal from grief and loss. So
Absolutely.
I found healing in doing that.
Okay. So when did you first start creating this box?
So my youngest sister passed away in 2014.
Okay.
And my book came out, the devotional came out in 2016. So that was the first piece. Well, once I wrote the book, God showed me it was a box. It was a whole kit.
Okay.
So I had to go keep creating. And my aunt, I have one aunt left on my mom's side. It was 13 of them. And,
Wow.
and that she gave me the idea for the coloring because she loves the coloring. She said, "Oh, I find so much peace and soothe and
It's
comfort
really
in just
It really
coloring."
is.
It really is.
So that helped me to develop that.
I
Very
know your
nice.
box is about grief and loss, but I think you should also find a way to make this box for divorcees, because being a twice divorcee, you still go through them same stages of grief. And the one thing you really have to do whenever there's a loss, however there's a loss, is still take care of yourself.
Right.
And I think divorcees get kind of left to the side. Even when I was trying to come into doing coaching, everybody was like, don't focus on divorcees because that's so negative. It's life.
Absolutely.
Right.
not.
It really is life,
It's
and
life.
there is a grief that goes
It's a
with
loss,
it,
right.
and
It
it
is.
is a significant loss. So I think too, if you could probably make it so it probably could already speak to
Right.
divorcees as well,
does.
Right.
but kind of use when you advertise, include them,
Right.
Absolutely.
because
That's
that is
my
a loss.
It is a loss.
Because
It
And
is a loss, and it
everything
goes
in there-
unseen.
It goes on.
Everything in there kind of brings you back to that joy. So I loved when I saw Joy Restoration. I was just like, I've never seen it put that way, but I was like, that's exactly what people need. No matter what you're going through, you need to come back from that. You can't stay there. I used to tell people I'm not really good at staying in the hole. So I go in for a minute, but then I'm climbing out because I'm like, I can't stay down there too long. And some people get comfortable down
being in
there,
that hole.
and that's where I get nervous for people. And these kind of things are what you need to just kind of remind you that life is still rolling, and if somebody wants to see you smile, so you got somebody that's dependent on you to smile every day. So if you're not smiling, how are the people around you going to get there? So these are wonderful.
They are very wonderful.
I love these.
You ladies are
ideas.
creating resources that a lot of women don't know about.
Yeah.
I mean, having that experience, and I share with you your testimony too, that would be a good idea because you never know how somebody is dealing with a loss such as a divorce. And I've been through that myself. Having that resource helps. Like Lisa stated, and for myself, coloring is relaxation. It's therapy for me. That's one of the things I do. Journaling is another thing. So you have all that combined in one box. That gravitates me to have something else to help me bring those things that have bothered me so much. I can share in doing that. So you ladies are wonderful. This is an awesome idea. I never knew anything about this.
And it's purple, which is a really soothing.
It is. It is. Very much so.
Color therapy is
color therapy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Goes into royalty and all those things.
Yes.
So which we are.
Right. So how can we get in touch with you, get your box, or the other things? Because Vanessa is actually a radio host as well. So how can we get in touch with you so we can listen to you and, you know, support you and what you're doing?
So the name of my show is the Life You Imagine broadcast radio show. Then I have a Life You Imagine Broadcasting Network. So we actually have 10 shows now. We started out last year in February.
Okay.
And my show started first, and then we switched over to a network in April. My daughter's my co-host. She lives in Florida, and I'm here. And we do the Life You Imagine radio show on Tuesdays from 7 to 8 p.m. The number that you can dial into is 1-515-604-9292.
Okay, and on Facebook and you're on Instagram.
Yes.
How can they reach you for even get a box or learn more about what you're doing?
With the grief, I am the grief strategist on Instagram.
Okay.
I am. My website is www.griefhelpline.coach.
Okay.
And on Facebook, it's grief strategist.
Okay.
For the radio station, it's Life You Imagined.
Okay.
Everything's branded up under Life You Imagined. And we're launching a magazine, ladies.
All right. Look at you.
April. So
Love it.
for all y'all
Love
to
it.
come.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So you'll have to get back in touch with us so we know when you're launching that so that we can let everybody know to go out and support. So that's great information.
Your radio station, is there an app for it?
No, it's Christian internet radio. So
Okay.
you just dial into the number.
Dial into the number.
Down to the number and listen. Okay.
When we're online, it streams to Facebook, Twitter, Periscope, and YouTube.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much, Vanessa.
We have got
That is awesome.
some good stuff going on here. So that leads us right into, and on the same topic, we're going to introduce Tamara Dickerson. She's an experienced licensed massage therapist and founder of Astral, and I'm hoping I'm saying this correctly, Astral Healing Arts Wellness Center. Her wellness center is a center dedicated to helping people achieve good health, wellness, healing, and balance in their lives. They offer herbal supplements, workshops, yoga, which I've tried, and I don't know if I'm just not good at it, but
keep practicing.
Because I can tell they're supposed to do something for me. So I'm like, I gotta try this again. But wonderful things like yoga, so much more. Please welcome Tamara and tell us all about what's going on.
Thank you to everybody, the listening audience. Peace and great blessings. Thank you for having me today.
Absolutely. So tell us more about your your massage therapist. But tell us about your business because everything is encompassed in that.
Okay, well. Astral Healing Arts Wellness Center was started in 2010 in response to the great need for holistic health and alternative health in the DMV area. And I was also, I had a boutique in Baltimore at once.
Okay.
And so I've been all around this area, and the health and wellness is such a crucial issue worldwide, and especially in our community. And I wanted to provide services for people with alternative medicine as well as spiritual, emotional healing and massage therapy. I also do Reiki, and
it's really not something that's funny.
Yoga.
And
I've added yoga to my
especially on
expertise.
You know, and a lot of times I've heard them.
I have an exciting new product line out called Solstice Organics.
In the masses, and you're saying things and not realizing.
Sorry about that.
Okay. And I have an exciting new product line out of natural skin and hair care products called Solstice Organics, which also fulfills the need for people such as myself who have sensitive skin or who have eczema and they need things to moisturize their skin or to help promote healthy hair and skin. So I created that line. I'm really excited about that as well.
So what made you actually created yourself? How do you come up with, I'm just always fascinated, but how do you decide what goes into something that becomes that thing you use?
Well, actually, the first thing I started making was the healing hair serum a few years ago. I think it was maybe 2015. I noticed that my hair was getting thin on top, and I looked online for some regrowth products, or I'm trying to figure out what should I use. And a lot of the things that I saw online, number one, it was expensive, and I knew probably need a big bottle, or I need a lot to get the hair to grow back. And then a lot of the products had chemicals in it, like 12 and 15 letter words, and I was like, I'm not putting that on my scalp because I don't know what this is going to do when it gets in my bloodstream. So I said, you know, I'll pray on it and I'll figure out what to do. And so I think that next night I had a vision when I was meditating, and it gave me a recipe.
Wow.
So I put it together and I started using it on myself, and within a few months I saw some significant hair growth. So I gave a few bottles to some friends. I said, can y'all try this and let me know, you know, give me some positive feedback. Some guinea pig, right, some guinea pig. And everybody was pleased with the product, so then I started selling it. And then the other products were just in response to what people said they needed. Like one of the body butters that I sell is called Sahara, because it has a lot of oils in it that are for nourishing dry skin. A lot of people tell me that they use lotion or they use other products and they still have ash. So they're like, what can I use? What should I use? So I made something that's shea butter based, but it also has avocado oil, which is very moisturizing, and some other oils that are natural. It's all plant based.
Okay.
And to nourish the skin, as well as it's safe for your body. It's safe enough to use, you know, on your face and body. Children, everybody can use it, all skin types.
Okay.
We need to talk.
We do. We really do.
And it's fun to make stuff, I think.
Right.
You know, it's
because that's
one
your
of my
passion.
hobbies.
That's what.
Right.
Yeah. That's what's driving you. So let me ask you, what you said first it was the hair growth you were interested in, but then you expanded into other things. So is it kind of like that's where it started, and then you were like, okay, this is where I need to be on everything that I do.
Right. Because I make a lot of things. I used to make a lot of things for myself, and then people would ask me, what can I try for this, or what do you put on your skin? It looks so good, or whatever. So then I started making. Oh, thank you. I started making things for other people like that. And I said, well, you know what? I can make a business out of this.
That's excellent.
Excellent.
So what else do you do? I know that you have the yoga and things like that, but you also have some other dreams and things that you want to, you know, flourish as you do this. Because actually, I'll share a little bit of information. We actually met. I don't know how many years ago. It was a long time ago.
I think 2000.
But I stayed connected to you, right? Because she acts as well, and she's an awesome actress.
Nice.
Awesome. She
Very
knows.
nice.
She played. You played several characters in the play we were in, and she was one of them was a really funny character, and she had skills. So that is also another, So
you guys want to play together?
Yes, we were in a play together.
Yes.
So you didn't tell anybody about that, but okay.
Yeah,
Lisa's a good actress.
Well, that's what my mom said when I was little. But
well, it's coming down in your adult life.
But she's awesome. And when I saw that you started this business, it seemed right in. I could see it,
Oh, okay.
But I wanted to ask you about yoga, because I've always been curious as to, especially with self-care and self-love, what is yoga actually supposed to? How does it work? Is because I've done it, and I've been in the room and I've been laying quiet, but I don't know that I got the real concept of what I was supposed to be doing to actually, embrace it.
Well, yoga is an ancient system. I call it a movement system that encompasses mind, body, and spirit, because it includes breathing techniques. They teach you how to breathe properly and different breathing exercises to do to help open your lungs and to help you to breathe better, which really helps with stress management and anxiety. So that's one aspect of self-care. And then there's the asanas, or the movements, and it stretches a lot of the joints, so it's really great for joint health. Many people go to the gym and exercise, which is nothing wrong with that, which is great, and they focus more on muscle growth and development, or they focus on weight loss or weight gain. But yoga, which can help with losing weight, but its main one of the main benefits of it is what it does for the joints. It helps the joints stay lubricated and flexible, so as you age and get older, or you have injuries, you won't take such a long time to recover, and you won't have to go through a lot of the things that a lot of elders have experience with having joints replaced. So it really helps lubricate the joints and keeps the body flexible. I'm hearing now that a lot of athletes are using yoga now because it helps with them recovering from injuries a lot faster. And in each yoga session, you end with meditation. So That's the mind, body, and spirit aspect of it. So it's great for the body. It's great for relaxing the mind, calming the nerves. They've done studies on it. It helps lower blood pressure, blood sugar levels, and so it's just really great for every aspect of your life.
Any particular type of yoga is more of a
no, each one is different, and you know it caters to different.
Because I've done the hot yoga, which is it? Am I pronouncing it right? Bikram.
Bikram, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, now that's one I haven't tried, but
I've tried that.
I think that's really good for detox.
It is.
Right.
It really is. Okay.
Yeah,
You tried it?
Well, I'm wondering if because, and I'm asking personally because a lot of my friends are now 50 and over, and we're having issues with. I know I have major joint issues. Getting up, and I know some of it is water, drinking water and things like that, but, and I've done the personal trainer thing and all that kind of, but I was sore all the time. So I was trying to figure out like how, it sounds like yoga would be something that would help you for those mornings when you're getting out of bed, or even at night when you're getting in the bed. It seems like that's when your joints just lock in. It's like, why now? You know what I'm saying? But it's like, as long as you're in the bed, you're good, but as soon as you get up, it's a fight.
Right.
So, and I actually wanted to ask you about, is it Reiki? Reiki. What is that?
Reiki is a Japanese word which means universal life force energy, but it didn't originate in Japan, and it's an ancient healing form similar to what you would call laying on of hands. Okay. And so what it does is it transfers energy, and you know energy is all around us, and all we're made up of energy. And so what it does, you learn how to use your hands to transfer the energy to heal someone, or it could be a pet. And so what you're doing is you're manipulating energy and you're directing it to someone.
Okay. So how do people?
That's interesting.
Do they come? Do you have a facility that they come to, or how
yes,
do they get?
I do, and I also do home visits as well, and visit people for nutritional counseling or for yoga, whatever. I do yoga outreach as well. So
okay. Well, let us know how we can reach you on Facebook, Instagram.
Your website?
Yes, Facebook is Astral Healing. That's spelled ASTRAL Healing, and Instagram is Astral Healing Arts, and Solstice Organics 19 for the products, and my website is www.astralhealingarts.com.
Okay.
Now you said something about massages. So you do massages and things. So you travel and do that as well?
Yes, I have a portable table, so I have an office space, and I can also do home visits.
Okay.
For people who prefer to get one in the home, or if they disabled, then that's why I have the portable table.
Wonderful.
Do you have a team?
I have some other practitioners that I work with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we're all independent, so.
Oh, independent. Okay.
Wonderful. Yeah, massages are always a good
They
thing.
are very good.
That's very good.
Very good
self-care.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
So let me ask you, and then I'll throw it around the table a little bit. Like, how often should you? I've heard different, time periods. How often should you be maybe doing a massage for yourself? Is it once a month? Is it every other week? What is a good?
I would say one to 2 times a month is a good.
Okay, so that's a good
gauge. Yeah.
Also, what massage is a good one? Like, I know there's so many varieties of types of massages you can get.
It's different types, and I do Ayurvedic massage, which is based on the Indian system of healing, Ayurvedic medicine from India. And there's different types. There's Swedish, there's Thai yoga massage, and there's deep tissue sports massages. Whatever one is best suited for you.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to try. I would recommend trying different ones to see which one you like the best.
Okay.
And sometimes I think it depends on
what your body's going
through and the stress level that you are. Because I don't know if anybody Massage Envy. I'm not doing a commercial for them. I'm just saying. I had a subscription with them because they pay for it through your health plan through the government. You didn't know
I
that.
did not know that.
Yes, you get reimbursed for that. Just in case you didn't know that flex spending. But I was getting it done twice a month, and sometimes I needed a deep tissue, and sometimes I just kind of needed a Swedish. Now one of the other ones you just said, I only had it once. Say it again. It was one you said. The
Indian.
The India.
Ayurvedic massage.
Yes, okay, I had that one time, but that's when somebody came into my house and they did it, and that one was really awesome. But most people don't do it.
She's still going
through it. You want that again?
Yeah, right. But I also like reflexology.
Yes.
That is something that it's amazing with touching the body.
Yes.
And what people can tell you, because when I had my first one, the lady asked me, "Are you having problems with conceiving?" I was like, "Don't touch me no more." You know, I was like, and she was like, "I'm getting ready to open your sinus." But it is amazing the pressure points in certain places, and how they can read your body, and how it's all connected. Yes. But Lisa, you said 2 times. I'm good for 4 times a month. I ain't gonna lie to nobody, but it just depends on my level of stress. It just depends on my level of stress, but that has helped me, I believe, having that subscription. And I had it for like 2 years, and I kind of got behind on them because I had so many. I mean, I wound up having like 16 left. Because after a while, I stopped going so frequently. But when I was really, really stressed, I was going. And it was really helpful just to go lay on the table, not think about anything. I don't like therapists that want to talk to you. Shut up. I want you to just massage. No, because some of them like to talk. I don't want to talk. I mean, I just need you to be stress-free. Right. And it's amazing how you talked about how energy moves. Because you know how they touch certain points and they say, you know, and they pop stuff. And that's really just moving energy, I believe, around your body. So I love massages. That's one of my go-tos for when it comes to my self-care. A day off and a massage and some food.
Well, I'll tell you this. I had, which I got hooked when and actually that's why when I talk about Facebook is really a wonderful thing. And I won some kind of, it was a place out in Bethesda, Wood Day Spa or something like that. And fell in love with it. But I did a seaweed, full body seaweed massage, and it wasn't necessarily about my joints and things like that. But it was, you feel good when your skin feels good. And the seaweed, which who would have thought you're in the beach all the time with seaweed and people are usually running from it, but it cleaned off all of the dead skin and things like that. And they did a hot stone, which I really do love. But the heat is moving thing. I don't know what it did, but that and the
it helps with the circulation.
Yes, and the feet, the reflexology. Yes, on the. I mean, I know I was probably snoring on tape, but I'm just saying it was so wonderful that I felt like I was floating when I came out of there, just from, I guess, finally relaxing. It's and that's what I think people need to do more of. Just
that's the key to a massage, is that energy, and that's why you are feeling relaxed, because you're the energy surrounding and you're pushing that energy throughout. Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
But you gotta give yourself permission to relax.
Yeah, because you can sit all day long and it won't work.
I hate to say it, but you can get on the table and be so wound up. Because for years it took me a long time to be like, I don't get nothing out of these massages, and then I realized it was me. I really wasn't even giving myself self-love for real and practicing self-care. I knew I needed a massage, but I went in there and wasn't prepared. And I think there's something, we teach a lot of things to our children. I don't think we teach self-care and self-love. Or in the way we think. I think we do, but I don't think we really do. And the importance of taking care of yourself, because even now these teenagers and some of the things that they go through, they're dealing with domestic violence and things, and things are going on. And I think now we got to start teaching our kids how to just relax and breathe. We get good grades, do this, be the athlete, do this. But sometimes you got to teach them to take care of themselves, because all the things that have demands on them put on a lot of pressure. And they don't know how to relieve the pressure. No more than some of us don't know how to relieve the pressure. So I think that's something we need to start teaching to our children. So they don't grow up and be adults, and because as adults we find other ways to relieve drinking, and we find other outlets sometimes to handle stress when we don't know how. So I think that's something we need to really start focusing on with our children.
And self-care is so important, because like you said, we do so much for everybody else, especially as women. We're really the backbone of the family and the community, and if we collapse, everything around us is going to collapse. So we really need time to devote to ourselves and self-care. And if you don't take care of yourself, you can't be that person that needs to take care of everybody else. And so, like you said, with the children not being able to cope with stress, and I think every day we need to devote some time to ourselves. And it's not selfish to care for yourself and just focus on some downtime for you to relax, to meditate, or do yoga, or get a massage, or just some deep breathing, and you deserve that.
Absolutely. Because that's what the show was about.
I have a question. Have y'all tried the foot detox?
No,
I have not.
I have tried it.
I have not tried that.
I went a couple of weeks ago to the barber's lounge. I had the young lady do it. You put your
Feet in the water.
Yeah.
It's just in the water.
It's a machine that they put into the water.
And it pulls all the stuff, the
It pulls
purity
toxins
toxins
out
out
of
of
your
you.
feet.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Okay, well, you have to give us some information, and then
Please
we'll
do.
share it with our viewers. But this was that was a okay. We're
Yeah,
talk.
because that sounds good.
But I thank you all for coming in, because that's what the show is about: is self-care, self-love, and really the hardest part is not feeling guilty about putting you first. Because I think that's what the struggle is, that we want to do it, but we feel bad about doing it.
Right.
So I really appreciate you all for coming on the
Yes,
show.
ladies, we appreciate you.
This
Thank
was
you for
Definitely
having
appreciate
us.
you, ladies, each and every one of you.
And we got some good boxes out there that you all need to get in touch with these people and get these subscriptions and boxes.
Absolutely.
Because we're going to get ours. So,
We definitely will be.
and we'll share the
definitely
information
yeah.
for sure. But Andrea, let them know how they can get in touch with us.
Well, we absolutely will share your information on our website, on our Facebook page, on Instagram as well. On our website is girlsgabbin.com. Our Instagram is Girls Gabbin, of course, and Facebook is Girls Gabbin. Of course, you can reach Lisa and I individually, but we'll make sure we put all of your information there, because a lot of people have been hitting us on our live. What's the website? I know you try to give your information during the show, but of course, for those that didn't hear it, we'll make sure we detailed in a little bit of information.
Absolutely. We'll get all that.
I definitely want to get my
information
boxes as soon as possible.
So thank you all again for tuning in. And starting next month, it is going to be March.
Yes, it
And
is
all
already.
month long, we are going to be
Already.
celebrating Women's History Month. And we have some wonderful people that
Yes,
we're
we
trying
do.
to bring on. But we're going to be celebrating women all month.
All month.
In different areas and facets of life. It's going to be all about us. So just get ready,
We're
and we will
absolutely
see
looking
you all
forward
next
to
Sunday.
that.
Love the gabbing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies.
That was fun.
Wonderful, ladies.
That
That was some good
That was fun.
information.
Yeah,
That was nice.
I enjoyed that, and everything linked in with everything else.
It really did.
I do apologize for that. Apparently, what he's told me is that the website is aggressive, so it came into my phone. I didn't have control on the Facebook page because I'm linked into the Facebook page. It just opened up itself, so you can hear us at the same time. So I apologize for that. I won't be able to use my phone in the studio for that reason, because I can't control it on my phone once I'm signed in.
Vanessa, who did you print with? It's so.
Those are some nice
Okay.
books. I wanted to get your.
So I want you to know this is just confirmation, because for the March box, I'm doing a coloring book.
Oh, okay.
But I'm gonna tell you everything